Salut Ray, bonjour et bienvenue au troisième cours de module 1 d'IA9 de ma vie sociale de ado. Alors, je vais continuer en anglais. Right guys, we're going to be continuing by talking a bit more about social media today. Alors, donc, vous savez ce qu'il faut faire. As I've got two classes for year 8, I've just put the date like this. You'll have to write the date in French, find it out yourself. Et donc, copier les dates, copier le titre du genre et le contrôle de vocabulaire. C'est difficile aujourd'hui. Comment dit-on les 6 choses ici en français? Je vous ai donné la première lettre pour vous aider. Mettez Monsieur N sur pause et on y va. Okay guys, you should have paused me to invent the date, put the title and then do your post-it note challenge. Let me just tell you what we're going to do today before going through the answers. So, we've talked about what we do on social media and when, but today we're going to talk about the positives and negatives. Now, it's just a bit more advanced French, the same what activities you're doing, giving opinions. We've done that. But what about other people's opinions? What are the fors? What's the against? This is the language we're going to be using today. We're also going to be looking at like one of the most important things for the whole French language. They've got a posh word. They're called modal verbs. And here they are. Our verbs pouvoir, which is to be able to or to can, and vouloir, to want. These verbs are so important for GCSE French. You've got to know them inside out. I've got a little song to help you learn it today. All of that coming up in today's lesson. But first, let's test your learning from last time to see what we've got. So, numéro 1. On social media, on dit sur des réseaux sociaux. I love the way that sounds. Numéro 2. I send links. This is a tough one. J'envoie des lignes. Voilà. Numéro 3. My friends send links. Here you've got to change this verb at ER verb. Could you do it? Did you do your homework on it? Let's find out. See, mes amis envoient des lignes. Voilà. All right. Numéro 4. I want is one of our keywords today. Je veux is I want. Numéro 5. I can, c'est je peux. Et numéro 6. I would like, c'est je voudrais. Alors, right guys, that was our post-it note challenge. I'll be happy with half marks on that. Let's put you to the test. We're going to be using these verbs straight away and we're going to test you on this. Alors donc, voilà, alors, vous savez ce qu'il faut faire pour la première activité, c'est word soup. Donc, ici, vous avez 5 phrases en anglais et dans le bol, vous avez tout le vocabulaire pour traduire les phrases. Donc, il faut traduire les phrases ici en français. Par exemple, numéro 1, I want to be on social media. Donc, comment dit-on I want? Non, non. Voilà, je veux. Donc, copier, je veux et effacer là. The verb to be, je veux être on social media. Voilà, I'm so good at this. Alors donc, complétez les phrases. Put me on pause. Give yourself, let's say 4 minutes to do this. You all should smash through 1 and 2. If you get onto 3 and 4, I'll be very happy with that in 4 minutes. Number 5 is for experts only. Cross the words out to help you when you get to number 5. You also have a nice extra challenge down here. Put a timer on your phone. Bon courage. Et when you're ready, restart me. Allez. Alors, right guys, so you should have had your 4 minutes by now. Let's go through our answers. Alors, numéro 1, I want to be on social media. On dit, je veux être sur des réseaux sociaux. Voilà, numéro 2, tough for this one. We want to share photos with our friends. On dit, nous voulons partager les photos avec les amis. So if you want to say our, you can say nous, N-O-S. But if you just want to keep it simple, just use les. Easy with the friends. You say this all the time in French. Numéro 3. My mum thinks that it's too dangerous. Alors donc, ma mère dit que c'est trop dangereux. Now this is a key GCSE phrase. We'll talk about this loads over the next few years. Giving someone else's opinion, the examiner loves it. It just shows the complexity, and you can always put in that your mum disagrees with you, because let's face it, it happens all the time. So this is a really nice little phrase to use. You can use it in all different contexts. Ma mère dit que, mon père dit que, mes frères dit que. Use it, guys. So, bon effort. If you got to number 3, you're just getting on to very difficult. Let's go for the tougher ones. Alors, numéro 4. I've not taught you so much of this, so I'll be really impressed if you've got number 4. Perhaps she's right. One can spend too much time inside. Alors, c'est peut-être elle a raison. On peut passer trop de temps à l'intérieur. Right, if you got this, you've done phenomenally well. some really nice French here. I want to break down. So perhaps is peut-être. So together, this means can be. You put the hyphen there, which is called a trait d'union in French. It means perhaps or may be. Maybe, which means can be, yeah? Because may is another way I'd like to say can. Peut-être, perhaps. To say she's right, you say in French, she has reason. Peut-être elle a raison. Love that. Right, that's a beautiful advanced GCSE sentence. You've done really well if you got that. Then the last one, I don't know how well you could do. You would have only had a few words left. So it is qu'est-ce que je peux faire? If you've done that, you've done fantastic today. Guys, a really good effort. Let's look at our extra challenge. So what happens to the verb when we talk about others? We're talking about this verb here. Here we go. On peut, je peux. What's happening to our verb? Ch-ch-ch. Exactly. So how does it change and what type of verb is it? Usually we know verbs follow a p. Exactement. They follow a pattern, as we saw with the post-it note challenge. But these aren't following the pattern. So what do we call verbs that don't follow the pattern? Let's have a look. So here we go. The verb changes. These ones change completely. They don't follow the pattern. They're irregular verbs. Right, we're going to have a look at these verbs in more detail over the next slides. Alors mes petits, 3 key questions for today. You have to be able to answer these 3 questions. So if we get to the end of the video and I'll show you this slide again and you can't, you need to go back and you need to watch it because this is so important and you need to know this to move on to our next bits of this module. So 3 key questions today. Let's get in them. Donc, we're looking at 2 verbs today. Vouloir, which is the verb to want, and pouvoir, which is the verb to be able to or to can. And they are so important. Like today, even though you're locked inside and I doubt you've been out, all of you would have said what you want to do and you can do. You would have said or thought a sentence like that today. So you've got to know these verbs. Now, like always, the verbs we use the most in French, they're always irregular. But luckily, I've got a little song to help you remember these verbs. Now, it's only 9 months till Christmas, so it's relevant we can sing this. The way to remember these verbs, this is what they look like, this is how they change. The way is jingle bells. So maybe warn your parents you're going to do this. They think you've lost your mind in lockdown. They'll get worried about you. Call NHS Direct. We're going to do a little song now. The way to remember these verbs is the Jingle Bells song. I want you to sing after me. Alors donc, tout le monde, it goes. Voulons, vu les veulent. After me. Sounds beautiful. And then pouvons, pouvez, peuvent. Et voulons, vu les veulent. Pause me and have a sing. Pouvons, pouvez, peuvent. Alright, let's do the verse. Voulons, vu les veulent. Pouvons, pouvez, peuvent. Voulons, vu les veulent. Pouvons, pouvez, peuvent. Et voulons, vu les veulent. Pouvons, pouvez, peuvent. Et voulons, vu les veulent. Pouvons, pouvez, peuvent. Beautiful, right guys, and that is why I dropped out of upper school. So an excellent effort here. These are the verbs you've got to know. What are they always followed by? What's wrong with these sentences here? I play, I want, I am a singer. You can't say that. Whenever in French you use 2 verbs together, the second verb is always an infinitive, which is the full form of the verb, which means to verb. What do I mean by an infinitive? They always end in er or ir or re. So you've got to know these. You do not change these. Don't take the er off. Keep them together. So let's have a little practice of this. Alors, donc, put me on pause, guys, and then you've just got 3 questions here in your book or on your sheet or wherever. All I want you to do is use this. You've got the full verb up here. You've got the has to follow an infinitive here. All I want you to do is pause me and translate these 3 sentences if you can. Allez. Alors, right guys, you should have restarted me now. Let's go through it. So I want is je veux, and then the verb to be is être. Put them together. What do you get? Je veux être. I want to be. That's a key phrase for you guys. We can share. So we can is either nous pouvons. You could say on peut as well if you want. And then the verb to share, we talked about this last lesson. If you get a cake, you put it into slices or parts. The verb to share is partager. Donc, nous pouvons partager. or you could have on peut partager. And then finally, they can talk. They can is ils peuvent. You don't say this ENT, it's silent. Ils peuvent. And then our verb to talk is parler. Ils peuvent parler. Voila. Right, guys. If you got those three right, you've done really well. If you've not, why don't you just rewind me and have a little watch to the last slide and then have another little go at this, guys. You know the grammar. Let's push you on to some new vocab. Alors, mes petits, right, guys. So, see if you can answer these three questions. If you can't, just rewind before continuing with our vocab. Alors, mes petits, alors, c'est beaucoup plus difficile à la maison. Please warn your parents what you're doing or think you've lost your mind. Donc, s'il vous plaît, maintenant, on va apprendre le nouveau vocabulaire. Il faut écouter moi et il faut répéter après moi, les enfants. Alors donc, so guys, really difficult key phrases today. We're giving our opinions using all these GCSE high-level phrases. I want you nice and loud. Alors, après, I want to be like sat in my office in my garden and hear you all doing this while the lesson's on. Alors donc, tout le monde, après moi, et selon moi, selon moi, je suis de la vie que. Je suis de la vie que. Je suis de l'avis que à mon avis. À mon avis. And this is tough. All right, let's split it up. Être sœur des réseaux sociaux. Des réseaux sociaux. Être des réseaux sociaux. Être des réseaux sociaux. Être des réseaux... Alors, être des réseaux sociaux est indispensable. Indispensable. Let's split that word up. So my A-level teacher taught me this. Whenever you want to sound more French, just split the word up. Indispensable. 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 Let's put it all together. Être des réseaux sociaux est indispensable. Être des réseaux sociaux est indispensable. Alors, on continue avec les positifs. So we know our verb pouvoir is to be able to or to can. Just use on peut, which means one can. Key phrase. After me. On peut, on peut. On peut, on peut. On peut, on peut. Faire des quiz. Faire des quiz. On peut faire des quiz. Jouer à des jeux. On peut jouer à des jeux. Poster des messages. On peut poster des messages. Organiser des sorties. On peut organiser des sorties. On peut organiser des sorties. Regarder des photos. On peut regarder des photos. Retrouver des amis. On peut retrouver des amis. On peut retrouver des amis. Partager des photos. Partager des photos. On peut partager des photos. On peut partager des photos. Voilà, donc ceci, c'est les aspects positifs. These are all our positives of social media. Mais, voilà, this is to say how you're wrong. Tu as tort. Tu as tort. Tu as tort. Tu as tort. Les réseaux sociaux sont dangereux. Dangereux. Sont dangereux. Tu as tort. Les réseaux sociaux sont dangereux. Les réseaux sociaux sont dangereux. Alors, continue. Allez, donc, on peut devenir paresseux. devenir paresseuse. Devenir paresseux. Devenir paresseuse. Now, this is exactly what I'll look like after lockdown, so just prepare yourselves. Et on peut devenir malsaine. Devenir malsaine. On peut devenir malsaine. On peut passer trop de temps. Trop de temps. On peut passer trop de temps. On peut passer trop de temps à l'intérieur. À l'intérieur. À l'intérieur. On peut passer trop de temps à l'intérieur. On peut passer trop de temps à l'intérieur. Alors, on peut voir les renseignements. Attendez. Alors, les renseignements. Les renseignements. Les renseignements. Personnels. Les renseignements personnels. Les renseignements personnels. On peut voir les renseignements personnels. Les renseignements personnels. Les renseignements personnels. Voilà, alors, et voilà donc. Vous savez ce qu'il faut faire maintenant. You might be sat at home thinking, so how can I possibly do verbal volleyball on my own? C'est facile, year 8. Regardez et apprendre. Let me give you an example. So, you will pause me and I'll give you 1 minute to sort it and then you'll go for it. This is how fast you got to me. Watch and learn. Tout le monde. Alors, et on a, selon moi, according to me, Facebook est indispensable. Facebook is essential. Je peux, I can, on peut, one can. Partager des photos, share photos. Boom. That's how fast I want you guys. Put me on pause now for 1 minute. Prepare yourselves. Restart me and I'll count you down. Alors, right guys, you should have paused me. Set your timers and see what you can do. Put me on pause et on commence. 1, 3, 2, 1. Allez! Alors, donc, maintenant, c'est la même activité. Put me on pause and prepare yourselves. When you restart me, I'll count you down. Alors, bon courage, mes petits. Et 3, 2, 1. Allez! Right, guys, a really good effort so far. You've looked at the vocabulary. We've looked at the grammar. Just remind yourself, can you answer these 3 questions? If you can, well done. If not, why don't you pop back and have a little look. We're going to move on to something a bit different. We're going to do some reading now. Alors, right guys, so you can ignore the 4 minutes silence, 4 minutes talking to your partners because you haven't got anyone to talk to. So this is just a more challenging activity. So if we were doing it in the class, I'd want to have that 4 minutes silent thinking time to get you thinking about the GCSE exam for the reading. You're really good on the readings and all your assessments show it. Over here are our 40 tips that we always tell year 11 you need to do. And you've got a tough text today, so I want you to have a go at these. So you're on your own at home, but it's still a good time to like learn techniques for exams. In fact, it's the best time. So here we go. Number 1, what people always do to make, and it's a big mistake when coming to a tricky text, is they always try and read the text. Don't do that. Read the questions first. The questions will give you an overview, a synopsis of what that text is about, and it will just break it down, whether the questions are in French and English, and it'll be easier for you to understand the text then. So always get a bit of context, read the questions first, translate them as well. Maybe you can put some language over the top of them, put them into French, think about what vocabulary you're looking for. That will just get your brain thinking, so before you look at the text, you're active and engaged and you're sharp to any mistakes. Then, if you're really stuck, if it's a really tricky one, get your highlighters out. I've seen some people do this, like Ariane, you always do this. Highlight in the text where you think the answers are and what you think is important. If you've not got highlighters, just use a pencil. And then finally, prepare for the unprepared. Today, in all your assessments from now on, you're not going to understand every word. You're not meant to. The best and highest scoring students will work out the unknown. Alright, let me explain the activities en français. Allez. Donc, Cécile, on a le texte aujourd'hui. Il dit, je veux Facebook. Donc, ici, c'est un problème. Nicolas a écrit qu'il a un problème Et ici, les lecteurs ont répondu avec les solutions et les opinions différentes. D'accord? Il y a deux activités à faire. La première activité est ici. Cherchez dans le texte pour le vocabulaire ici. C'est la personne qui dit ça. So Nicholas says this in French. See if you can find it in French in Nicholas's text. Leila says this back. See if you can find. How do you say? Comment dit-on? Your mom is right en français. Alors donc, cherchez pour le vocabulaire, mes petits. Après avoir fait ça, ceci c'est l'activité difficile. So I'd start with reading these questions and translating them, and then I'd do the other activity and read it through. Alors donc, ce qu'il faut faire, vous avez 6 phrases ici. Il faut décider si les phrases sont vraies ou faux. D'accord? Donc, Nicholas est sur Facebook. Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire en anglais? Lisez le texte. Est-ce que ça c'est vrai ou faux? La mère de Nicolas n'aime pas Facebook. Vrai ou faux? Donc, décidez vrai ou faux. Et vous avez un extra challenge ici. It's a translation challenge today. Get on that, guys. Alright, so pause me. In class, I'd give you 8 minutes for this, so you can set 8 minutes as your timer, see how far you get. If you've done before 8 minutes, get onto that extra challenge. Put me on pause, I'll go through the answers in 8 minutes time. Allez! Alors, right guys, your 8 minutes is up. Let's have a little look at the answers. Donc, le premier, this is a really nice text today, and I know there's a lot of stuff you don't know, but this is the skill. Hope you enjoyed it and you've looked up some language. Let's go through our answers. Alors, le premier, donc, cherchez pour le vocabulaire. I want to be, je veux être. Too much homework, trop de devoirs. Your mom is right. So you say is right. You don't use is, you say your mom has reason. Ta mère a raison. Even better, encore mieux. So encore can mean again, more or even. Donc encore mieux. Speak to them in person. Leur parler en personne. Think of there. Half an hour of Facebook, say une demi-heure sur Facebook. So French people say 30 minutes, but like us, they say half an hour. So demi is half, and then heure is an hour. Right. Hopefully that helped you for our true or false task. Et voilà. Donc, qu'est-ce qu'on a? Le premier, Nicholas est sur Facebook. Let's have a look and break this down. Nicholas est sur Facebook et faux. So, he says, je veux être sur Facebook, mais ma mère refuse. I want to be on Facebook or social media, but my mom refuses. So it is faux. Well done if you got that. La mère de Nicolas n'aime pas Facebook. I think that's a given. It says, elle dit que c'est dangereux et que j'ai trop de devoirs. Donc c'est vrai. So she doesn't like it. She says it's dangerous. And then he's got too much homework. I like his mom. I think she speaks sense. Leila est d'accord avec la mère de Nicolas. So from my classroom, this would help you out. What did this mean? To be d'accord with means to agree with. If you're in accordance with something, you agree with it in English. So Leila agrees with Nicholas's mom. Where's Leila? Here we go. And what did she say? First line, ta mère a raison. Your mom's right. Donc c'est vrai. Voilà. All right, guys. Hopefully you're doing well. This is a tough text. So, numéro 4, la solution de Karim. Where's Karim? Here he is. All right, we'll look at him closely. 1 heure de devoir et 20 minutes sur Facebook. Let's have a look. Tu peux limiter le temps que tu passes sur Facebook. Par exemple, 1 heure de devoir et ensuite une demi-heure. Hang on. Une demi-heure is half an hour. This says 20 minutes. Donc, c'est faux. Right, guys, if you got caught out with that, I can see why. Unlucky. All right, 2 to go. Emily dit que Nicolas doit accepter la décision de sa mère. Here's Emily. Does she say he's got to accept it? So Emily says Nicholas has to accept his mom's decision. Explique à ta mère que tes copains sont sur Facebook et que c'est indispensable à ta vie sociale. Therefore it is faux. Voilà. All right. And finally, Vincent pense que Facebook n'est pas important. What does Vincent say about Facebook? La réalité est plus importante que Facebook. Okay. Tu peux parler avec tes amis sur ton portable encore mieux. So, this one here is vrai. He says reality is more important. You can talk to your friends on your phone. Even better, meet up with them in town and speak to them in person. Right, guys. So, give yourself a mark out of 6 for that. Et bon effort. Right, guys, we're almost there. See if you can answer these 3 questions. If you can't, go back to it. We'll finish with a little game. Alors, right guys, so I've attached all your homeworks. I've done it before, I'll do it again today. Now you need to work through these homeworks. It is simple, it is 1 a week during lockdown. It's too much effort to put like all your lessons on YouTube and Frog and then go through individually. So if I just put the homework up, you need to just structure your time and go for it. If there's any questions about it, you can still email me. So here we go. This is your test for this week. So daily test is on pouvoir and vouloir. I told you they're important. Remember the song? Pouvons, pouvez, peuvent. You can use that to complete this. So make sure you do our daily tests. The second bit, you've got a bit of a writing homework. Now remember, you don't have to email me your homework, guys. Just make sure you do it in your book or you can type it straight up on the computer. Either way is fine. Have a little look at this and go through this writing homework. Take your time with it. You've got loads of time in lockdown. It is the best time ever to learn and practice your French. So when you get back, you're ready to start the GCSE. Alors, pour finir, mes petits, right guys, so to finish, we're going to play pique-nique toute seule. You know how this works. Donc, il faut dire le premier boîte, et puis la deuxième, troisième, quatrième, et continuer. Donc, par exemple, seul internet suivant. Seul internet suivant, je regarde des photos. Seul internet suivant, je regarde des photos. Et seul internet suivant, je regarde des photos. Et you got 1 minute to get as far as you can. I want you to set a timer on your phone, and then after 1 minute, you need to press play. So pause me, do it for a minute, then press play, and I'll move to the next slide, which will take a bit away. Then I'll take a bit more away. Then I'll take a bit more away. So it's all down to you. Pause me for a minute and go for it. Alors, bon courage. Put me on pause, set your minute timer, et on y va! Alors, donc maintenant, I've taken away a few bits of language. You should still remember your way through. 1 more minute, put your timer on and go for it. Put me on pause. 3, 2, 1, allez! Alors, I've taken a little bit more away. Let's drop this. 1 minute is too much for you guys. Let's go down to 30 seconds. Change your clock to 30 seconds and go for it. 3, 2, 1, allez! Alright, 30 more seconds on your timers, on your phones. Good luck, everyone. 3, 2, 1, allez! Voilà, right, all the way to the end. See if you can do it. Bon courage, on y va! Alright guys, and that's all we have time for today. A really good effort today, guys, on all of this language. Remember, everything's up on Memorize. You can practice Memorize every day and go for it during lockdown. It'll be a nice relief for it. I hope you're well. I hope all your families are well. If you've got any problems, you can email me. Remember, your tutors, your head of year, all still working. Any problems, make sure you contact us. Alors, merci mes petits. Au revoir.